A very good afternoon to our cherished listeners. Once again, it's a pleasure to be back on your radio. Masterclass did indeed take a break for a couple of weeks, I suppose, and this was for good cause indeed, because we're transmitting live the Emil Short Commission on the Ayawaso West Wuogon incident. But we're back on your radio now, and we're excited to continue our discussions. Masterclass is here again on your radio on Joy 99.7. My name is Yabana Fo, and I'm your host for the show. This program airs every Wednesday at 1:15 p.m. and runs all the way through to 2 p.m. here on your superstation, Joy 99.7. Prior to our little break, or before we went on our little break, we were having an awesome time in the studio with some of our in-studio audience in the month of February. And essentially the discussions that took place were finding out what their businesses were about, having a conversation, which is what always excites me, because in Masterclass, what we do is that we try to get information from resource persons to come in studio and tell us about some of the things we need to know in terms of philosophy, in terms of policy, in terms of theory on how to run our respective businesses. But once these have been shared and been listened to by our cherished listeners, then it must definitely transmit also into some positives on the ground in reality. And so, for example, when we say in the studio that the customer is king, or we say in the studio that smile when you answer the phone, the caller can hear it in your voice. We want to be able to understand that on the other side, when you own a business and you're seated on your desk at work, in the middle of the week when no sales have been made, and when the bank is calling you to pay up that loan which you've taken, and when the interest is rising, do you really feel like smiling when you pick up that phone? Is smiling the first thing that comes, to your mind? So that's the discussion that we've been having in the month of February. We continue that discussion today. We have two wonderful ladies in the studio. As we continue that discussion today, we'll be getting to meet them shortly. And indeed, at some point in the show, like we've always done, we will also be opening the phone line so that we can interact with our in-studio audience. Like I always say here on the show, that life is too short to make all the mistakes ourselves, until we learn from the mistakes that other people make. So by all means, you want to be able to call in when the phone lines are open and share your thoughts. While we do that, while we have the conversation before we open the phone lines, though, you can begin to send in your comments, your questions, or anything you want to share regarding the conversation we're having on 0244 340 437. That's our WhatsApp line. You can send us your comments ahead of us opening the phone lines on 0244 340 437. So we'll be getting to meet our in-studio guests very shortly. Time check in the studio is 18 minutes past the hour of 1. I'm excited already, so I'm going to start from, they're both ladies here. The reason we have both ladies again in the studio is that on the 9th of March, in this month of March here, we celebrated the International Women's Day, celebrating the woman in our lives, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters. And so on today's show, we decided to have only women entrepreneurs to come here on the show and share their thoughts with us as we also celebrate the women in our lives and the women in business in Ghana today. So if you're a woman, you're in business today, this show, Masterclass today, is dedicated to you. Pick up the phone, give us a call, send us a message by all means when we open the phone line. So I'll start with the lady on my right.
Okay, hello.
You're welcome to the studio and to Masterclass.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right. So you tell us your name and then your business.
My name is Ikwe Obinuwa Donko. I'm the CEO of Deco Crafts. And Deco Crafts, we make premium Ghana-made chocolates.
Ghana-made chocolates?
Yes, right from the rich cocoa beans that we have in Ghana.
Okay, I have a lot of things to say about that, but I'll come back to you shortly. Sure. So it's the name of the company is Deco Craft.
Yes, Deco Craft.
Right, and you're the CEO of the company.
Yes.
Okay, right. Madam on my left, talk to me.
I'm Tracy Queno.
Okay, Tracy Queno.
CEO of Ethnic Designs.
Of Ethnic Designs?
Yes, please.
Okay. What does Ethnic Designs do?
All handmade accessories from beads, fascinators, hats, and everything you can think of.
I have a feeling that today my phones are going to be ringing off the hook because everything we're doing here is about women and they happen to be interesting. So we're talking food and we're talking accessories.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So before we go into your respective businesses and how you started and all of that, just very quickly, let me start with you, Tracy. Who's Tracy? What has your story been before you started your business? What is your favorite football club? I know that Liverpool these days are trying not to walk alone. Good morning. Good afternoon to that Daniel Dazi, if he's listening. So tell me, what kind of music do you like? Stuff like that. Who are you?
Okay, I'm Tracy. I started this business with my grandma because I
Right.
lived with her. So I used to sell beads for her at Kanishi Market. So that is how I developed the interest. So when I went to university, I started it on campus, selling it to my mates. Then after uni, I decided to take it up as a full-time business.
Right. And the name of the company again is what?
Ethnic Designs.
Ethnic Designs.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do when you're not working?
What do I do? I just lay in bed, listen to music.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like?
Every local song.
What school did you go to?
St. Mary.
St. Mary's. So all the St. Mary's girls who are listening this afternoon, is your girl right here in the studio. I'm not going to ask what year you completed, but you were in St. Mary's.
Yes.
Okay, right. Ikuya, you talk
Yeah.
to me.
Okay, so I'm Ikuya. When I'm not working, I love to watch movies. When it comes to music, I love Afrobeats, Nigerian, Ghanaian. Sarkodie is my favorite. Football, I'm not a fan because I'm always afraid of when they are going to score or not, especially when Ghana is playing. But I grew up in Kumasi, so if you ask me of my favorite football club, I'll say Asante Kotoko.
Come on, remember.
Apimbeba. I don't know much about the foreign football. I'm not a
Okay.
football person. Yeah, so that's
Sure,
the
then
stuff
that's
I'm-
it. We'll have it easy with you.
Yeah.
Sports Center. Okay, but what school did you go to?
Okay, so I went to St. Monica's.
Wow.
Yes, Asante Mampon. That's
So
Ahofem
old
Munchi.
girls of St. Monica's are referred to as what?
Ahofem. I don't know about that, but we call ourselves Ahofem Munchi.
Okay, so old girls of St. Monica's is your girl right here in the studio. Because we're celebrating Ghana Month in Multimedia, Enjoy FM this month, and also because we're celebrating women here on the show today, and also International Women's Day was just a few days ago, we're going to be playing a track from Becca, and this one says African Woman. Let's take a listen. So we're off right now. So when we start, I'll just let you go straight.
Woman, I see a woman every day in the mirror. I see a woman, and every time I look at mama, I see the woman, a wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Me oba, bibi ni bai. Samiga senshio yensha neyeza. Me wasuba wa, but you're my whole fet to say. Bibi ni bai. Diviniva, a wonderful woman. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
Right, that was Becca with African Woman. If you've just joined us, this is Masterclass right here on your Superstation. We're spending time in the studio with Tracy and Equia, who are both CEOs of their own companies. Two women in the studio, strong business women in Ghana, as we celebrate Ghana Month right here at Multimedia, and also celebrate women and the strength of women. International Women's Day was 9th of March, and so we celebrate women. Airtel Tigo Business. Let's help your business evolve with our total communication solutions for every stage of your business evolution. Airtel Tigo Business, making business simple. So we want to continue with our discussion in the studios today. I'll start with you, Tracy. How did you come to start? Very briefly, what's your story? This is Ethnic Designs. That's the name of your company.
Yes.
How did you come to start? What motivated you? I remember you mentioned about your grandma.
Yes.
But apart from that, what made you get out of bed and say, I want to set up Ethnic Designs? Very briefly.
Because I've always loved it due to the fact that I started from a young age. So it's something I've been doing for my friends and stuff. So I decided to take it up. But I think it's because I also didn't want to go into clinical nursing. So it was my escape point. At least I have this. So in order not to go to the hospital, I would rather do this.
I'm assuming that your formal training was in nursing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure the Nursing Council will be very sad to hear. Okay, very well. So your motivation was to be able to do something for yourself,
Yes.
and not go necessarily into the formal sector.
Yes.
Okay, would you say, how long has this been since you started?
After school, it's been 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Would you say you made the right decision?
Yes, I think so, but I feel my family thinks this is not the best decision.
Okay, family of Tracy, good afternoon to you. But I think it's what Tracy feels that matters here, right? This is what you want to do, and you're helping people by doing this, right? And you're happy as a person.
Yes.
How did you start financing?
At first, getting the materials wasn't that expensive, so I work with the little I get, and my brothers also supported along
Okay.
the way when they realized that
This
this
is-
is what I want to do.
This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So let's go back just a few steps. What is it that you do, Ethnic Designs? What are your products?
Beaded necklaces, bags, purses, fascinators, hats, and everything that is handmade. If it's handmade and you bring it to us, we can make it for you.
Wow.
So first it's
So these are like,
accessories.
slippers, laptop cases,
Yes.
pen holders. The fascinators are the hats for the women, right?
Yes.
That's
There's
big,
hats-
isn't it?
There's hats and there's fascinators.
Okay, I will not show my ignorance any further, but I'm sure that it's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
In terms of patronage for your products, would you say you've seen a consistent increase, however small, since you started?
Yes. I realized there's increase in sales when I became more active on social media
Mm.
because I didn't have a storefront. So social media was my main marketing point. So I realized when I became more active and posted more clearer pictures that clients can relate to, I got my customer base increased.
No, but you see, it's traditional to say you didn't have a shopfront, but the world was your shopfront. And we've talked about it here on Masterclass about using social media to be able to put your product out there. So you did right.
Okay, physical.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Let's talk to you, Ikuya.
Okay.
Decor craft.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You make chocolates.
Yes.
What made you decide to do chocolates? Were you not afraid? Chocolate is one of the most popular area of confectionery available today. We even make our own chocolates here in Ghana.
Yeah.
Right. So what made you decide? Why chocolate?
Okay, so first of all, Ghana is the world's second largest producer of cocoa. Yes, we have so many inferior chocolate brands on the Ghanaian market. So there was a need.
Emphasis on the word inferior.
Yeah, actually, there is. Okay, so there's a little bit of education. There is a difference between real chocolate and compound chocolate. So real chocolate contains cocoa butter. Compound chocolate contains vegetable fats and other additives. So it's not every chocolate you see on the supermarket that is actually chocolate.
Okay, so I'm going to get controversial here. I won't mention the name of the chocolate, but the one that we like very much, the one we are all proud of.
The
Is
Ghana
it-
one or the abroad one?
Oh, I shall mention it. You don't,
But I know what you're talking
don't
about.
put me into trouble. That one.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you see, some of the ones, the popular ones, the one I think you are talking about, Some of them don't write chocolate on the packaging.
Right.
They just write a candy bar. So when you see something like that, there is a possibility that it's not actual chocolate. So you just have to read the back and know and read the ingredients. If it contains cocoa butter, it's real chocolate. If it's vegetable fat, it's compound chocolate. It's simple as that.
Okay, so when you say compound chocolate, you mean it's a derivative of chocolate? It's something that looks like chocolate, but it's not chocolate.
Yes, it contains vegetable fat. That's all.
Right.
Some people also call it fake chocolate. But every chocolate made in Ghana is real chocolate because we have the raw materials here. So we're able to use it and put in a lot of cocoa solids, which is healthy for us.
If I have been eating the one that doesn't contain real chocolate, does it have health implications for me?
In a way, yes. Cocoa butter melts faster than the vegetable fat. So it's better to eat cocoa butter than the vegetable fat.
But I suppose the biggest pain would not be the health issue, but that I've been sold a lie.
Actually, outside Ghana, people know it. But the reason why I'm emphasizing on this is that Ghanaians don't really patronize made in Ghana chocolate. Whenever I've done it before, the first time I went to London, when I was coming back, I made sure that all the coins I had, I used to buy candy and bring it back. So I believe it's time we change that story and patronize our own
chocolates.
Yes.
Okay. What's the difference between the chocolate you make? And first of all, let me start. You make this chocolate yourself?
Yes, I make it myself.
From scratch?
Yes, from scratch.
So you mix this thing up in a bowl and do whatever you need to do.
Yes.
And then, of course, you're going to educate us, but it's made from scratch.
It's made from scratch.
And you make it?
Yes.
Tell us, how you make it.
So we have our machines. My company is not so huge as the big ones we have in Ghana. So we have our own machines. We get our cocoa mass, our ingredients, milk and sugar. We make the right recipe for the weather and for our clients. So what we do at DecoCraft is that, you see, foreigners or the whites like chocolate that contains more cocoa solids, like the bitter one. And we Ghanaians like the sweet one. So the ones that we take outside the country, especially there was an order outside the country, it was like 90% cocoa, which contains more cocoa solids. So when you come to us, you have the privilege of choosing the cocoa content you want. So we make our recipe based on what the client wants.
So I'm fascinated. Right here in Ghana, we have a company that makes chocolate from scratch. Apart from the Golden Tree chocolate that we have, we've got private entrepreneurs making chocolate in this country, and that's you, and that's DecoCraft.
Yes,
I think it's a very laudable thing.
Yes, it
is. A funny thing. A question was once asked in a toddler class: where do tomatoes come from? And somebody puts their hand up, 2-year-old, and says they come from the shopping mall. Okay, I have always thought that chocolates, apart from Golden Tree, you buy chocolate, you don't make chocolate. I have always thought.
Oh, okay.
And I stand for correction. But it's beautiful to know that you can actually make chocolate.
Yes.
Standards board, chemical composition, because I know that when it comes to manufacturing, we have all these, for example, Diageo would throw away batches and batches of a Guinness mix because they didn't get the pH right, they didn't get the taste right, How do you handle all of that?
Okay, so first of all our products have been certified by FDA. Our facility has been certified by FDA too. So I believe that the value chain of cocoa is really regulated by Cocoa Board. So the right beans, we get the right beans, we get the right cocoa mass, we get the right ingredients that meet the standards of Ghana Standard Board.
That's a lot of. I'm just impressed.
Actually, I think we all have to know that chocolate making is so easy. Trust me. You don't need even if you have half of this room, you can make like 100 bars of chocolate a day. Trust me.
Seriously?
Yes, I make a lot of chocolates in a day, and my room is not big.
Okay. Numbers to send me a message on 0244340437, please. I've got wonderful ladies, Ghanaian, fully blooded Ghanaian ladies here in the studio who own their own businesses, entrepreneurs for that matter, who either design accessories for you from scratch or who make chocolate. They're actually competitors. for the chocolate market here in Ghana. So we're not just exporting the cocoa, we're actually beginning to use some of the raw material to create stuff. Send me a message, 0244340437. I'll be opening the phone lines very shortly, but do send me a message. You want to be a part of this discussion. So tell me, how old is your company, DecoCraft?
We've been making chocolate for 6 years.
Where are you? In Accra or Kumasi?
Yes,
Or?
Ashongman Estate.
You're in Ashongman?
Yes.
In Accra?
In Accra.
In this Ghana?
In this Ghana.
How did you start financing? Did you get any help?
Okay, so my daddy gave me $1,000 to start with after I've gone for my
Thank
training.
God for daddies.
Yeah, he's done well, and I'm grateful to him for that. And
You should put his name on the chocolate.
okay, I'll think about that. And also, I've got funding from UK Aid, and now the UK government has been very helpful. I believe that they had this program, and it kind of groomed me because I was like no one with just a table and a small fridge. But they've kind of held my hand to train me when it comes to business management and also help get equipment for me. So UK Aid, British Council, through DFID, they've been so helpful.
Okay.
And Tony Elumelu Foundation too.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware that a lot of corporates these days, as part of their CSR, are helping to do these business challenge programs,
Yeah.
for people who are willing to do something for themselves. I know in the ONG industry, for example, a few of the companies here in Ghana have just recently done something, Cosmos is also doing something. It
Yeah.
appears a lot of these companies are now coming together to work to make sure that people are able to come out with products and hold their hand.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I'll come to you very shortly. Tracy, before I open the phone lines, let me ask you this question. How many staff do you have in your setup? You are Ethnic Designs.
Yes.
That's your company. You're old. You are 3 years old.
Yes.
How many staff do you have in your setup?
For now, I don't have a
You don't have any staff.
Yes.
Okay.
So I run everything on my own.
Right. So what happens when I have an order for you? Because I'm going to open the phone line shortly, and I'm sure somebody's going to come through and say, "I want 100 pieces of X." How are you going to handle that?
Yeah, I have people I can call on.
Right. So you have people you work with, but they're not like on your staff.
Yes.
But they're available to call on.
Yes.
Wow. If you've just tuned in, this is Masterclass here on your Superstation, and we're discussing entrepreneurship. We're celebrating our women here in the studio. We have two strong women who are CEOs of their own companies, and I'm sure that they're going to be getting some phone calls. We will be opening the phone line shortly. But if you are a customer of Airtel Tigo, here's some wonderful information for you. Is your business at a stage where your old communication methods just don't work anymore? Do you need business communication solutions that help you move your business seamlessly from one phase to the other? Then you need Airtel Tigo Business. Airtel Tigo Business is here to help your business adapt to the ever-changing environment with a total communications solution. You have the flexibility to choose from a wide range of communication services to suit your specific needs at every stage of your business. Talk to Airtel Tigo today on 0577 999988. That's 057 999988, and let them help you with your business as your business evolves. Airtel Tigo Business, making business simple. Masterclass today is brought to you by Airtel Tigo Business. By all means, do let them help you and let them help your business to evolve with total communication solutions as your business grows. Airtel Tigo Business, they say, making your business simple. The phone lines are now open. We want to hear from you. Want you to pick up that phone and give us a call on 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. We're in the studio with Tracy and Ikuya, who are both CEOs of their own companies. Tracy owns Ethnic Design, and Ikuya owns DecoCraft. DecoCraft makes chocolate right here in Ghana, and Tracy is into accessories and designs of any sort that is traditional, right? Your raw material, Tracy, would be what?
Beads.
Beads. Right. So you select these beads yourself. What process does that go through?
There's a place where
Are there beads you cannot use?
or you can use
You can use any
Yes.
any shape type of beads are useful.
Yes, and most customers sometimes come with, I want this. So if you can get this type of bead for me, if you can't get it, you suggest
Something else.
yes, that this will also. So when I go to the market, I select the beads that will match what the customer wants.
At least I know a little bit about beads. I know that there are ceramic beads and there are
Yeah,
glass beads and all of that.
Yeah.
Glass is is from sand anyway. It's manufactured from sand.
Yeah.
So, but would you say that people prefer more ceramic beads than, would you say they prefer smaller beads than bigger beads? I know they are for different purposes, but when people wear beads generally, what size of beads would they prefer to wear, and what whether they're ceramic or whether they're glass?
I think it's the old people that know the difference and would tell you this one is quality beads. I don't want this plastic. But the young ones, they just look at the beauty of it and they go for it.
And
but
they go for it.
But the old people have,
You've spoken to?
Yes, they want quality beads. They don't want one that will get spoiled within a short time. They can recognize a quality bead the moment they see it.
It's just like cloth, isn't it?
Yes. But the young people, just the trend.
Beads tell stories also, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a caller on the line. I've got Stephen. Good afternoon, Stephen. You're welcome to Masterclass.
Yes, good afternoon.
Talk to me, Stephen.
Yes, the lady who is into chocolate.
Yes, that's a clear.
Yes, is it safe to say what she's doing is called artisanal chocolate?
Okay, so she's listening. Ikea, do you want to respond to that?
Yes, it is artisanal chocolate.
How big is that in Ghana compared to Southern America?
To be honest with you, it's an emerging industry. I've been doing it for 6 years, and business keeps growing. Every year we increase our sales. I believe we are getting there. Ghanaians are not used to chocolates. I'll be honest with you on that. We don't like chocolates.
You say Ghanaians are what?
Ghanaians are not used to chocolates.
Ghanaians are not used to chocolate,
Yes.
but they are used to producing raw chocolates for export.
That's the sad story.
Stephen,
I see.
Stephen, what do you do?
I'm a teacher.
Right, okay. So,
You know what? Hello?
yeah, go ahead.
We import more than 120 million worth of chocolate into Ghana every year.
Mm-hmm.
And those who have taste for these foreign chocolates should ask themselves that if they are talking about the depreciation of the city, they should know that their taste bad is part of the problem.
By all means. I mean, I think that's very profound. Thank you so much, Stephen. That was Stephen calling us from Accra. And very profound thoughts there. We want to be able to encourage the patronage of our made in Ghana products because it has a direct impact on our currency, on our economy. If more people are buying the chocolate we make here, then we won't have to import
That's true.
all of that chocolate because they will have to find other markets for it.
That's true.
Right, okay. So, what's your customer base like, Akira?
Okay, so my customers are, let's say, 80% Ghanaians, 20% foreigners. We have customers in Ghana, Nigeria, US, and sometimes we have orders from other parts of the world that we deliver to them through DHL or other means. So, yeah.
Oh, you brought some of the chocolate to the studio?
Oh, yes, I did. I always take chocolates with me wherever I go. Sorry.
Okay, so this is, I'm holding in my hand here. I'm not sure. It's only those who are watching us on Facebook Live who can see
Yeah,
this.
you can take this one.
Okay, so those who are watching us on Facebook Live, you can see that I'm holding a beautifully packaged chocolate right here. But I want to give this chocolate out very shortly. So I'll talk to Yvonne from Lashibi first, and then I'll see if I can give this chocolate out. Good afternoon, Yvonne. Talk to me. You're welcome to Masterclass.
Okay, good afternoon. Enjoying the program. It's a nice program, and I like the fact that today is for ladies.
Thank
I
you.
want to ask the lady who produces the chocolate,
Yes.
can you find her chocolate anywhere at all? Let's say if you go to a supermarket, are you sure to find her chocolate there?
Right. Thank you so much. Please keep listening. We'll answer
And
that.
if not,
Yeah.
and if not, what is she doing about that?
What's she doing about it? Thank you so much. We'll answer that straight away. So Yvonne wants to know, first of all, what is your chocolate called?
Okay, so one of our brands is called Greetings from Ghana.
The name of the chocolate is Greetings from Ghana.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just tell you more about what we do at DecoCraft. So at DecoCraft, we don't just make chocolate bars. We are more of a bespoke chocolate company. So we make, apart from these, we customize our chocolate bars. So for companies, hotels, organizations, we put their picture or logo here. We also make 3D chocolates like chocolate shoe, chocolate sculpture, chocolate football, chocolate egg. So it's a variety. When it comes to where we sell at Wild Gecko. It's at Shiashi. We sell at M Sims. It's at Osu. We sell at
M Sims, she's been here on the show.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Good afternoon to you, Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel. Thank you. So we sell at M Sims. We also sell at Mile 7 Girl. Okay.
Right.
So I will be very honest with you. Chocolate is not an easy industry to be in. It's a capital intensive industry. So we are hoping to get there, and we are coming out with another brand that will be in supermarkets soon by the end of this year. I don't want to give the name out yet because we are still deliberating on the brand name. So we also have an online shop where you can order and we'll deliver to you.
What's the URL?
www.decocraftgh.com.
Please take that again slowly.
www.decocraft DECOKRAFT
Okay.
and we have an online shop, so you can place your order there and we'll deliver to you.
Right. And if somebody wants to call?
0243 82 7724.
Okay. I asked that question because I've got Anthony on social media, and he says, please, Ekuya, where can we get your chocolate to buy? You mentioned the shops. Can you just mention them again?
Okay, so we have some at Wild Gecko. Wild Gecko is at Shiashi. It's a shop where they sell a lot of African stuff. And we sell at M Sims, Osu. We sell at Mile 7 Girl as well.
Okay, I've got this question here, and I suppose it's for the both of you, but maybe Tracy, you'll take this question. It says, please ask your guest. This is Ajimang Joseph from Community 9 Tema. What is the challenge of doing business with local stuff? Okay, I'm not sure it's very clear. And how is the patronage, as people seem to complain about the price of local goods? So what are some of the challenges you have, for example, for your product, Tracy? Whatever product people order, do they complain about the prices?
Yes, sometimes the local materials are expensive than the foreign ones. So
Okay.
when the person orders and the material you use is expensive, they don't know that, like, from the market, even the raw material is expensive, so the pricing will also go up. But sometimes the foreign materials are lesser, like when it comes to pricing.
Is it because it's... Okay, I'll come to that, but I was going to say that the pricing of an item takes into consideration what it costs you to get that item.
Yeah.
So if the raw material were available here in this context, would it be transport that would contribute to the price, or would it be... What would make it so expensive?
Sometimes right from the market, it's expensive even before the transportation
Comes
comes
in.
in. Yes.
Because it has to be prepared to a certain acceptable state
Yeah.
before it's used. What are some of the challenges that you have faced in your business in these 3 years that you've been established? Ethnic Designs. What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Getting people to accept your business and accept that you can do this. Maybe they bring you, because it's a fashion industry, when they bring you stuff for you to do for them, getting people to accept that I can really do this because you are new in it. They tend to think
It's possible you can't do it.
yes. So getting people to accept and being afraid to fail. Will I be able to do this for the person? How will it go?
What's the worst experience you've had
I made
dealing with a customer?
fascinators for a customer, and the person communicating with me told me that the color blush is the same as baby pink, so I can do baby pink. I said okay, because I asked her first. After doing it for the person, they did about 4. After doing it for the person, she said no, it's not baby pink is not the same as blush, so she's rejecting everything. And I had stayed up a whole evening because I wanted her to get it for her wedding.
Mm.
She said it's not the same, so but the person communicating with me like confirmed that the color is the same thing. And sometimes too, they look down on your business if you don't have like a setup, a storefront. They think you are not supposed to charge this amount. You are not paying any rent to anyone, so why should you be charging this amount if this person is charging that?
But if they can do it themselves, they wouldn't have come to you.
And there's a customer who also told me, but this thing, the raw material, not the finished product, but this thing is sold at Makola this amount. And I said, then why didn't you
go to Makola?
But I didn't tell her that.
If you did that, Asabia Agbenu will call into this show and say, you didn't treat the customer right.
I didn't.
Asabia, good afternoon to you. But you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
In my head, I'm like, what? You know the raw material is this amount, but this is not
the raw material.
material I'm giving you. I'm making it into something else. So you should appreciate the product I'm giving to you, not the raw material.
Okay, I've got another message on social media. This one is from Joanne Twinny. It says, hi to Ekuya Obenewa. How do you pronounce that word?
Ahwofe Munche.
Ahwofe Munche. Ekuya was in my year group at St. Monica's. You are doing a great work. Keep it. Okay, so this is one of your old students connecting.
Okay, thank you, Joanne.
Maybe Joanne should recommend your chocolate for their next gathering at school. I've got Kissy from Nuningo. Let's talk to Kissy. Good afternoon, Kissy. You're welcome to Masterclass.
Yeah, Mr. Banafo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Talk to me, Kissy.
Yeah, I want to say congrats to your guests. Okay, they are doing well. God should bless them. And I want to find out the challenges, especially Ekuya went through to get her product registered, especially at the FDA. Okay, and then what she has to tell the authorities to lessen some of the challenges you go through the registration for your product. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kissy. Kissy wants to know, what challenges did you face, particularly dealing with the FDA, to get your registration done?
Okay, so fortunately for me, I had a friend who did food science at Tech. She was my roommate. So what I did was we sat down one day and went through all the requirements that they wanted from me. It's quite challenging, especially if you are new to their terms. So I believe that if you're in the food industry, get someone who has knowledge in food science so that they can explain everything to you. Okay, and you also have to make sure that you meet all the requirements that FDA wants, because in a way it's going to help you in case you have any bad product out there. It helps you with traceability, and it helps you kind of brand yourself well. So FDA is quite challenging. A lot of people don't like going there, but if you get someone who is a food scientist, you can find your way through easily.
It helps you to deal with it properly.
Yes.
So we'll say that it's not just for the food industry, but if you're in any other industry, it'll be good to get a specialist in that industry who would help interpret what the requirements of the FDA are to you, and then you can properly align yourself in making your presentations. Right. So we're talking about challenges. What's been your biggest challenge in your 6 years of operation?
Okay, so mine was I did a business deal with someone on phone, so there was miscommunication. I had 3 sizes, so she said 3 sizes of each. That's what I had. But not knowing, at the end of the day, when I made the order for her, she told me that no, it was just 50 of one size. So I had to take the 100, that's 50 of each of the other ones, and then find a way to sell it. So what I learned from that point on was that it's very important to document everything. So if you call me on phone and you make an order, I'll tell you that send me a WhatsApp requesting for what you've ordered for. So that in case there is miscommunication or something wrong, something bad goes somewhere, we can all refer to this as a point of contract. Because it's not easy going to meet to draft a contract. So WhatsApp to me is a way I do my business, or it's a form of contract for me. So always document.
I'm going to ask you, in terms of your setup, the two of you very shortly. But Tracy, where do we find ethnic designs? If somebody's looking for ethnic designs today, where do they find you? What numbers do they call?
Bubuashi, Olabam.
Okay, this is where to find you.
Yes.
At Bubuashi. Olabam. Okay, and what numbers do they call?
020-527-1101.
Okay, can you just repeat that again very slowly?
020-527-1101.
1101, and that's where to find ethnic designs.
Yes.
So if anyone is looking for you, you're on social media.
Yes, on Facebook, Ethnic Designs.
Okay.
Instagram, Ethnic Designs. Twitter, Ethnic Designs.
It's just one word.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. So if I'm looking for you on Facebook, I just go there and type Ethnic Designs. I'll find you.
But it's not a C, it's a Q. Ethnic with a Q.
Wow. Okay. So to find you on social media is Ethnic Designs with a Q.
Yeah.
And then if I want to find you physically, you're at Bubuashi Olabaum.
Yes.
And then if I want to call you, it's on 020-527-1101. Okay, brilliant. You're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're on IG. Okay, are you on Facebook?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So it's Decocraft GH. DECOKRAFTGH. Yes. So
Okay.
it's,
Apart from Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter,
same handle?
same handle.
Same handle.
Yes.
Okay. What one thing will you tell people who are listening today in terms of your businesses? While you're answering that, just tell me in terms of your setup, are you going to look at, as you grow into the future, having a more formal setup where you have people responsible for different things? I'm asking that question because you were just talking about contracts and documentation.
Okay,
and all
so
that.
I have my marketing and I have a quality assurance person because of the food, because it's a food industry. So definitely we are looking forward to grow. We want to go into mass markets very soon. So we hope that in future we'll have a proper setup for our company.
For your company?
Yes.
Same for you, Tracy?
Yes.
Okay. You wanted to add something?
Especially the branding and marketing aspect.
Who handles your packaging? Yeah.
I have I did graphic designing back in school at uni.
Right.
But I don't design myself, but I have a good eye for things. So when you do a bad work, I'm able to tell. So we actually print everything in Newtown.
Okay.
We don't print our papers outside. We print everything here in Ghana. Yes.
So right from the product through to the item.
Yes.
It's done here in Ghana.
Yes, it's done in
Okay.
Ghana.
In 30 seconds, Tracy, talk to the people who are listening, especially the young women who want to start something for themselves. What will you tell them?
020.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I would tell them is they should go for it. If you think you can do it, it's not if you think you can do it. If you feel like going into a business, sometimes it just takes a little push to get there. From scratch, it will look like you won't be accepted fully, but if you put yourself into it and work hard, you get there.
Just do it.
Yes.
This is what everybody who has come into the studio has said. Just do it. So if it's just that simple, well, why can't people just get up and just do it?
It's not simple. That just doing it doesn't mean you just go and it works for you. You will keep on pushing.
We keep on pushing.
And there's a day that your breakthrough will come.
So when you fall, don't stay down.
No.
You may be down, but you're not out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final words.
Okay, to me, I believe that it's time we really patronize made in Ghana goods. Just as the man said, he said our
Steve.
taste buds is affecting the dollar rate, and yes, we are all blaming Baumia for that. And in a way, he's telling me something that I'm not producing much to sell to Ghanaians. So I believe that if we want the dollar to come down, we all have to contribute, produce our own, consume our own, and then we should stop blaming Baumia. Yeah.
This has been Masterclass right here on the Superstation. We've been spending time with Ikria and Tracy, who are both CEOs of their own companies, entrepreneurs in their own right. Next week, we continue our discussion with another set of in-studio audience. We'd like to hear your stories as well. Up next is the news at 2. This has been Masterclass right here on your Superstation. We're back on your radio, same time next week. Thank you for listening. My name is Yabanafu.